What's up everybody, Rob Spencer with Coldwell Banker Village Communities in Jonesboro here today with some tips on how to buy a home. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer or maybe you've purchased homes in the past, hopefully these 5 tips will help you answer some questions that you may have had along the way. If not, hit me up in the comments, send me a text message, I'd be glad to help in any way. Here we go. Step 1 in the home buying process is to simply decide if it's the right time to buy. Maybe you're a senior in college and you're going to make a lot more money in 9 months. It might be better to rent and maybe afford more house in the future. Or maybe your job moves you around a lot and you don't have very much notice before you might move. It might be difficult and stressful to sell your home in a very quick amount of time so that you can move on. Maybe it would be better to rent. Or maybe you just can't simply get on the same page with all of the decision makers. Maybe you need more time to talk it through. Your realtor can help with that, maybe fill in some blanks that you may have, but you have to be on the same page. If one spouse wants to sell and buy another house and the other one wants to stay put, you've got a problem because there's friction, and real estate transactions are stressful enough. You don't need additional stress by not being on the same page. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to agree about every single aspect. There's compromise all the time, but you have to at least be in the same ballpark on what your goals are. So step 1, decide if it's the right time and make sure all of the decision makers are on the same page. All right, step number 2 in the home buying process is to call a lending professional. Get in touch with your personal bank, who you're currently banking with, and give them the first opportunity to win your business, but you need to get pre-approved for a loan. If you're looking at $200,000 houses and then you go and talk to the bank and they will only loan you $150,000, you're gonna be extremely disappointed because there's a huge difference there. So call your bank, tell them you want to get pre-approved for a loan. There's a difference between pre-qualified and pre-approved. We'll take either one, but it's better to be pre-approved. That way they've looked at everything. Talk about that in a different video. But if your bank gives you a rate, go shop that around. And if somebody can beat it, take that back to your bank and say, hey, this is what they're willing to do for me. Can you beat it? But you need that pre-approval because that is an entry ticket to any property within that price range in town. It gives you buying power. Get pre-approved. Step 3, boys and girls, is to call a realtor. You need to contact a good, experienced realtor to negotiate on your behalf. The seller of a home is going to have a realtor negotiating on their behalf, or at least 92% of homes sold in this area are sold with realtors, so you need someone negotiating on your behalf. Call a realtor. All right, boys and girls, step 4. After you've found the perfect realtor, and it's extremely important that you mesh well with that realtor. You know, by the end of it, you should be hugging and you have this lifelong relationship that you've built. But once you have found that realtor and you have your pre-approval amount, communicate exactly what you're looking for in a home and how much of that pre-approval amount you're willing to spend. So the bank says you can spend $150,000, but maybe you're more comfortable at $130,000 in the payment that's going to be. You go out searching for a house, and once you find the one, that's when your realtor really shines for you and takes off. They will write the offer, negotiate on your behalf, and that leads us to step 5. And step 5 is the roadmap to closing. This is where you're going to be so thankful that you have a good realtor because they're going to be working constantly on your file. They're going to schedule the inspection with you. After the inspection is done, they're going to negotiate repairs on your behalf. They're going to communicate with your lender about the appraisal. They're going to communicate with the title company about title work. They're constantly sending emails, getting things signed, all of that stuff to get you to the closing table with as little stress as possible. Now, it doesn't always happen that way, but when it does, man, is it awesome. Because you sign until your hand hurts, but then they hand you those keys and you are now a homeowner. It's just as simple as that. So hopefully these 5 steps have helped you along the way. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, send me a text message. I'd be glad to help you in any way that I can. Rob Spencer, Coldwell Banker, Village Communities. Thanks for watching.